Alright, let's go ahead and check one, check two, Chekhov's gun. Chekhov's gun states that an Absol introduced in the first act of a Pokemon chess round will go off before the final round. That's right. We are back here again with some Pokémon Auto Chess here. So let's go ahead and get into it. Let's start searching for a lobby. Let's all head to the lobby and get ourselves a treat, as it were. Hold on. Come on. Come on, friendo. You can do it. Also, we got a spare Google Chrome tab open. We don't need that. Don't need no Googling, no Chrome domes. We're back in it. We are back in it. So, where are we? 926. I got real low on ELO. I was almost getting ready to go down into the 800s, and then I got some really good showings. Some number 2 placements. I think even a number 1 the other night. So we're just gonna go ahead and throw into it. Throw into it as best as we can here. With some wildly dark predictions. As you saw in the title, we are gonna be trying to maybe pull up a wild dark game if it comes to it. If we get the ye old opportunity, I will try to play some wild dark. So what would that entail? Well, first off, crit items are really, really good on Wild Dark. So you want to be throwing crit as quickly and as often as you possibly can. So that means lots of black glasses. Almost any crit item works. But in particular, you want Razor Claw, Razor Fang, and like Razor Blades. You want Razor Scooters. You want your Razor plugin for your browser. You want the Razor PC performance app, your Razor monitor, maybe a Razor Tower. You want all the Razors. Every last one of them. So you stack those up on somebody. Now, a good early wild unit is Firo and can help to stack your game. Almost worth rolling down for it just to have it, if you can afford to get it. But, you know, you never know with Wild Dark if you're going to get the components to make it work. So the safer thing to start off with is just to start Dark and then work from there. But then again, we might not even get the chance to go to a wild dark portal of any kind. I know another thing that I learned is that ghost portals can lead you to dark portals. Absolutely, a ghost portal can also lead you to a dark portal. So if you miss your portal and there's a ghost one out, you can take it and have like a 50-50 shot. That one also works. So, alright, let's see who we got here. We got the Absurd Tears. Oh, we didn't even get to read. Yo, we got Wild off the bat. Let's see what kind of realm that we can get. Where are we? We're all the way over here. We got a sound-based team too that we could try to get if we go for it. Okay, we didn't get that portal. I'm honestly not 100% sure. Maybe we gotta go Floral. Floral's really good early. I could go Psychic too, but I'm not sure how I feel about that. Defensive item off the bat to get the Sprigatito. Do we care? Floral is really good at stalling. You know what? We go Floral. We go Floral and we buy into this, and then we buy aggressively across the map on things that we could maybe work. What else do we have in this region? We got Bug too. Bug is interesting. Bug is very interesting. But we're not that worried about it. Alright, what do we got here? We got some Steely Boys. I'll buy them since there's 2 of them. Just to have them in the back. Not really that important to commit right now. Until we get our first unique, we don't have to commit to nothing. We do have an early Shiny Charm, potentially. The Shiny Charm works well on Dark teams. Works very well on Dark and Wild. Alright, let's see what we got. We'll just go ahead and pierce through all these guys. What do we want here? No black glasses, which sucks. I might go with the Miracle Seed. Just so that if we go Floral, we're building bulky. You know what? I do. I go with that, so just in case. Just in. We can get Green Orb, we could get Sticky Barb if we get a really good front liner. Not likely to get a good front liner with Floral, though. What we can do... Yo, they're pushing us Floral, right? Floral and Bug. But Caterpie's just not a good unit. I guess we'll back up some Bug as well. Here's a Justin type situation. Mr. Just in Case. Yeah. Okay. Now we decide what we want. Black glasses would be nice. A spoon is not a bad get. Instead, we got Miracle Water. I panicked a little bit because I didn't want to end up with another seed. Yeah. Alright, so we could get Fion Egg off the bat, which isn't like the best thing ever, but it's good enough on the Sprigatito to keep it casting. Now, what do we want to do with all this? We got another floral unit off the bat. You know what? We do kind of want that in here. If we could get floral off the ground immediately, that wouldn't be bad. We'll give the King's Rock to Charmander, try to make some a little bit bulky on the front line. And then we'll get rid of some nonsense here to try to get our interest bonus going a little bit sooner. Yeah, get rid of all this. We ain't getting through a pile of swine, though. We ain't getting through no piles of swine. The early Umbreon into this thing. What value is Umbreon adding? Is he going full field? I don't know what this dude's doing. I'm not sure what the play is. Okay, we got a whole bunch of nothing, but this would get us another defensive item for a defensive lead, right? That would get us the Rocky Helmet, which I think we do take. Alright, we got defensive core going off already. That's not bad. Do I roll it all for anything? I don't think I do. I don't think I do. Do I care about... Yeah, we do want to switch this off, though. We get Floral off the bat. At least now we can start stacking Floral. That's gonna be, like, the thing to do, right? Is stack some Floral. Why does it keep asking me about my emotes? I don't care about emotes. Get out of here. Big Charmy's doing... Yo, what is going on? Why does it keep activating? Oh, I think I might be hitting something. Hold on. Is that gonna do better? That is. Big Charmy's throwing hands. It's not exactly the tank of all times. If we get a better tank, we will go ahead and swap it immediately. Cat is throwing hands, though, putting down just explosives. There we go. Cat is doing things. What do we got here? We got more Bug as an option. I don't really want to focus down Bug. I gotta be honest, I don't care about focusing down Bug. I will toss that in order to get us another level for better unit search right away. And then we just throw this in. Lots of steel showing up too. Not sure I care about steel though. Yeah, we just want to keep going the floral train. Again, Big Charmy is doing Big Charmy things. We'll put him dead center. Try to maybe get some nonsense going down. Yeah, Big Charmy, he's tanking hits like crazy early, which I'm not against in the slightest, and we'll keep throwing hands. Okay, yep. I mean, our cat went down almost instantaneously, but it got some work done. Okay, what do we got here? We did get another one of you and another floral unit, which means we replaced the Clink immediately. This is no longer necessary. And then what do we want to build? Like Floral Fairy, maybe, is often quite nice. Floral Fairy is often quite nice. We will preemptively buy the Skitty. I almost want to swap it next match for the Charmy. As a matter of fact, you know what, I will. Skitty ain't that great, but it does give us some synergy. Spirit Wand is fine. We'll throw this on it. Didn't quite get all the items set up. I was a little bit late in committing, but that's alright. Skitty's big enough on its own right now where I'm not like that freaked out. And we do got Bulbasaur doing DPS. That Lairon's gonna be a nightmare to try to get through though. And it's gonna have the AoE strike. Yeah, well, at least it's fertilizer, right? At least it's fertilizer. Yeah, that was a problem, but it is what it is. This is a floral unit. This could actually be, like, a big deal. Actually, that friend there. I don't really want to focus down anything yet. We will replace Gossifleur. We will buy another level for Skitty. It's a temp holder of items for the time being. And then we'll throw this onto here. I mean, but we could get Floral up immediately if we replace it. You know what? We do, but then we don't have a good holder of items because we don't have anything that's super bulky. I guess Lurantis could kind of frontline a little bit. It's really not good for that sort of thing. Building that thing super bulky early doesn't really make sense. Okay, our cat's throwing some hands. Alright, we got lots of riffraff trying to hold on, but they're just getting too much defensive value out, and we don't hit nearly hard enough. But we will get more fertilizer. A couple of early wins with Floral is actually not the end of the world. Okay, we gotta build something bulky, though, in order to be able to do anything here. Let's see, this thing ain't really what we're looking for. I guess Lurantis is going to become our defensive core for the time being. It's not really what you would want to see in the absolute best defensive core options, but we don't really got another choice here. We are getting lots of fertilizer early, though. Do like to see some fertilizer early. Okay, let's see what we can make work. Not seeing, although... Yeah, no, we don't really have the gumption to go Floral Dark. Plus, Purloin just ain't really doing it for us. If we were gonna get cheeky with it, I would rather see, like, Nickit or something. Or Thievel. Okay, we got a Magnet, right? Punching Glove is, like, last-ditch option for us. Yo, who is blowing me up? We got lots of floral options here. Gotta try to take one. Okay, we take this. That's the Amorphous Wild build there. I don't know why my stuff is going off every 2 seconds here. Alright, let's see what we got. We got the Indeedis. They are not great. Comfy is what we want to see, or we go Carnivine and pivot to Monster and Grass and Floral. I mean, Carnivine is real freaking dangerous, right? But what would we build Monster? I guess we got the Trico right here. That's not terrible. This actually could kind of work. We need to start building this direction, though, if we're going to be doing this, right? I wouldn't actually mind doing early just to get Carnivine in. And then we can go ahead and slot the Trico soon. But getting Grass up is also not bad. These two types do have really good synergy. I will replace you with that. I want Carnivine to kind of be the last one in to start capitalizing on getting KOs. So we got the healing. We got a few things going on. Yeah, I don't 100% hate where this is going. It's gonna be a struggle early, but it's got good late game potential. Yeah, we are never getting through that freaking Shell Bell spotlighted Gimmighoul. That thing's gonna be really dangerous later. Yeah, that's a problem. We got some grass options here. We don't want the stone under any circumstances. We kind of don't care about Ducklet, but I will grab these two together. I mean, that's a red orb. That would give Carnivine true damage, right? That's not terrible. Do we have to? We already got maximum floral. I don't really want to throw that synergy away just yet. I will toss you, though. Building Trico bulky might not be a bad idea, but I need a replacement Lurantis before I decide to sell that thing. You know, Punching Glove, just not gonna attack fast enough with Carnivine to justify that. Although the additional damage right now might be just what Carnivine needs in order to help it go off, but until we get Monster Synergy on the board, I just don't see a need to try to be pivoting too hard into winning. Yeah, because I mean, we're not streaking with this. Not yet. We'll see what happens. We still got some HP to play with. We did hit our cap on that. No monsters, so to speak, just yet. We will want black glasses. Spoon for upgrade would also not have been a bad get. But yeah, we want black glasses to get the Razor Claw. Get some extra crit. And then we need a way of healing it. Alright, so we got some crit options here. The Razor Fang is also quite nice. We will toss down some fertilizer onto the Meganium. And then we'll look into maybe we're probably going to lose one more before we can start pulling it back. Berry Tree is not yet grown enough. Man, if we could get full monster floral, but the problem is we're never getting like full monster with a full floral team. That does not happen. Doesn't have enough synergies. But if you could, can you imagine Carnivine just cannibalizing the entire freaking squad and having 1 billion damage? Okay. And we do get through the Palafin. That was close, but we do manage it. I think it might almost be time for Cat to retire. Because, yeah, if we can get some sort of healing on Carnivine, then it could do a lot with a freaking Bell. Okay, we almost got through that team, didn't quite. Got another fertilizer, though. We will throw that down, maybe get Meganium going. I think it might be time to just go full in. Time to go full in. Okay, we'll get Monster active. We'll get Grass 4. It might be time to swap out Florgato and give Carnivine a little bit of something. A little bit of love. We will put the Razor Claw on Carnivine immediately, but I'm just not sure yet how I want to build this. We do have Monster Dark available with Tyranitar. I'm not sure that's the monster that we want to go with. We really need something like a Shell Bell, but we don't have any of the items for it. Or the, let's see, the Stardust would also be good. We just don't have the items set up to do anything with anybody right now. Might have to pivot hard in order to make something happen here. We do get this. Okay, we got to pivot to monster build now. There's just no two-way. Floral is fine, but Monster's going to be better for us. So I think we roll down and we pivot. This thing no longer needs to be doing any of the nonsense that it was doing. Actually, Rhyhorn casting over and over again, potentially getting knockouts from it, is not a terrible idea. I don't mind that. Bulbasaur ain't doing nothing for us. I shouldn't be rolling on the PvE turn, though. We'll wait until we see what happens. But yeah, we pivot. We absolutely pivot now. We can leave Lurantis heavy because we're going to find more monster mons to work with. Yeah, what else do we have? We got Wild potentially showing up here. We will go for another Magnet, potentially making something really fast. As a matter of fact, I will give this boy the Zoomies. And then, yeah, now we're rolling for Monster. We are trying to look to see what we've got. I know we've got this on board. This also pivots in. Alright, we got level 4 Monster already. So we've pivoted. We do have some floral bonuses still active. We do have some grass bonuses still active. Our berries are not quite... Oh, they are done. Alright, now who do I want to put this on? What does this berry do? The Lance Head. Heal HP and gain 50% crit chance. That's actually a really good berry. Alright, we keep throwing Rhyhorn hands at folks. Hopefully it does something. I mean, it's hitting with ability damage quite nicely, actually, but I don't know if we... Yeah, I think we get through this team. Okay. Carnivine getting big, doing Carnivine things. You know what? Preemptively, berries that we get should probably go on this thing for the time being. And then we'll upgrade you. And then Gibble's another monster. Who do we want to throw in for Gibby? You know what? You don't offer us that much early. So Monster 5. and we're pivoting away from all of this. All of this can go. It's an everything must go sale. And then for now, we'll just focus on this until we get to a better portal. But yeah, this is actually a little bit dangerous. Now, the question that we've got is he's got a Venom build going and also Monster, right? So he's going to be competing with us for Monster stuff, which is potentially a problem, but I think we made a good pivot. All right. Red Orb will be clutch on Carnivine here. I know what you're saying, it would do a lot of damage. My only problem is that Carnivine benefits huge from having Sustain, which is not something that we've got just yet. Ice into Charcoal gives us the Shell Bell, which is exactly what I was looking for. Because that thing scales off of the amount of HP that it has. So I'm thinking that if it has some form of healing, I'd rather have the Stardust in order to be able to give it just shield off the bat, but healing on it makes sense. So as soon as that berry is burned, then we can get this on it, right? Yeah, we just gotta wait for that berry to get burned. Do we roll anything? I don't think we do. I think we're quite comfortable doing this. Grovile's on deck. Lurantis is still huge. We're gonna end up selling that to get something on it. I don't know. What are our monster legendary options? Also, if we got Arceus, Arceus can be built really, really bulky. So, rare to get Arceus, but I wouldn't mind seeing it here. Okay, they got Shell Bell going off on the Chestnut. That thing is huge. Our berry did come in clutch though. The big heal from the big berry and Rhyhorn being able to cast over and over again to try to get those executes actually mattering a lot. Okay, the berry's gone, so we can go ahead and throw the Shell Bell down on you. You are not scaling. That's another monster we can add to the group. That means we get rid of Bulbasaur, and that preserves our grass, which is actually really good. Preserving our grass is quite nice. Who does this go on? I think we can preemptively just throw it on good old Rhyhorn for the time being. I think so. I think so. And we just want Rhyhorn to be casting constantly. Hectic monster in your shop. Oh jeez. Ghost team. Yeah, like I said, that Golden Go is gonna be a nonsense bringer. Okay, what do we got here? We will go ahead and, you know what, we will get that going. We need something else to throw in. I don't really care about Flabebe. Get that thing out of here. Shouldn't be rolling during PV. I could go Onyx just to get a little more ground synergy happening. You know, and I don't really mind that. We are getting some spots dug out, right? And then eventually we can like move Carnivine here if we get it dug out and just give it some temp stats. That's not the end of the world. Having some holes dug? Yeah, I actually kind of like that idea. Grass Monster Regional. Right. Ah, yeah, the Snover. That's right, Snover is here. Oh, we got the double ice cubes. That's an AV on something. We kind of want Rhyhorn just to be casting, right? So building it heavy could be not bad. Do we make that our front tank? We want the... Get out of my way! Look at me! I'm getting freaking swarmed! What was that? Alright, what other portals? I think Dark can also lead the monster, right? I don't think we got a choice. Alright, we got... Did you see I got pinned in there? Ground Legendary, he's not terrible. Dark Legendary is interesting. Lando's just good in general. Darkrai is stupid, but we don't have the setup to make that thing work. I guess we gotta go ground, right? Yeah, I got hard freaking countered, man. I mean, this gets us the ground synergy, and it's just objectively better than Onyx, right? Yeah. Serenely Hot Sand strikes all enemy Pokemon in a straight line. I mean, it's not bad. We'll throw that there. I guess applying burn. I don't know. Do we just build Lando thick and just let it be status while we wait for Carnivine to do damage and soften them up so that Carnivine gets the KOs? Because we don't really care about Lando getting KOs here. Sound Team is going ham with the Meloetta, but it lost all of its support, so I think we've got him. And look how Lando's just living everything. Yeah, you know what? We pivot the build here. We sell this. We want to get Timber on the field because this is just defense. We will throw this like here to distract something. We will buy this, and then we build your boy Lando like he eats at Burger King every day. We just build him thick. Yeah, absolutely. That's what I was thinking too. Absolutely what I was thinking too. Build Lando nice and thick, and then just let him live for freaking ever, right? That means that back row Palafin, who was trying to do something cheeky there, is just waiting for our boys to be able to come and clean him up. Carnivine getting a lot of value. See, that's why I wanted to go Shell Bell on Carnivine, exactly for this type of sitch. Exactly for that reason. Darkstone is interesting, but we're not going to be able to pull it off. Maybe, I don't even know what we would want here. Goggles, nobody's really building for it, right? Green Orb feels like a trap here. I guess maybe another AV. Make Rhyhorn thick. Yeah. Thick Lando indeed. Because Rhyhorn living is actually proven to be very, very valuable to us. Keeping this thing heavy. Plus, we're getting the dig bonus off. Lando's making itself nice and heavy. After we got some these holes all dug up nice and thick, I think, yeah, won't switch for that for now. You know what? No, we switch this in, and then Timber's just kind of doing its own thing, right? We will move this in to try to protect Rhyhorn a little bit until we can get everybody in where they gotta be. Yeah, because I want Rhyhorn to come in almost with full charge before it starts throwing hands, and then get that Manaphy going. Lando is big. Carnivine's getting focused, which is not what you want to see. Alright. Yeah, I think... Alright, so this is a matter of reorganizing the squadron a little bit here. I think I like Lando being a little bit closer to where Timber is. We will get the Gibby going. Gibby will do its things. This protects Rhyhorn a little bit, but I think it's a little bit... is this jumping anything? Do we want this here just to jump? Yeah. I don't think I hate this. And we got a lot of cash, so we will just invest into getting up to the next level. Alright. Investing all of our cash into level ups. Maybe we can get something. What regionals do we have here that would be good? Really not much. Really not much at all. And then in the additional pool, yeah, there really wasn't much we could do there. I guess I should have gone full into just leveling up, but I don't even know what other monster we could have pulled there. Alright. Yeah, not sure what monster we could have pulled there. Yeah, GG's indeed. I mean, fifth It's not good, but it's not last, so I'll take that. Yeah, I should have just full invested, well, once we were that low on HP and just gone for something. Anything, you know? Fill out the synergy bar a little bit. Might have done something. Alright, I don't want to play Floral again. I do like Rock quite a bit. Rock Artificial is interesting. You know what? Rock Artificial it is. And we already got Aaron in there. We know how good Aaron is. We could go with the Eevee for the early stone. Eevee is good on a lot of things because it gets that passive boost no matter what you pick. But Magnet is such a good item to pass up early. Magnet or Black Glasses. Either one of these is really good. You know what? We go for the glasses. We go for the glasses because there's a lot of things we could do. Even Aggron can go super crazy because its area of effect Stomp happens. If you can get a crit and give it a Reaper Cloth, all of a sudden that thing is like, well, I mean, it is a monster. Yeah, we could go monster again, effectively. This thing with a Reaper Cloth and some crit items absolutely ends games. Ain't nobody in the shop that we care about, but what kind of region are we in? We're in Artificial, Fossil, and Normal. There really isn't anything here that I would consider investing in at all. I know building the board, the bench a little thick is not a bad idea, but there really isn't anything here that I would even consider bringing to the first fight, other than maybe Meryl. Getting another glasses off the bat wouldn't be bad. Just shoring up our supplies of crit items before we do anything else. And you know what? I will do that. I will absolutely do that. Let's just throw anything in. Quaxley, you're up. Just fill out the bench for the time being. Could maybe try to go into Wild Dark, but it's a little bit... You kind of want to see a bunch of wild units to start. If we were starting with Fearow and Rattata all over the place, then sure, but we really don't got it like that yet. So we could always, if things don't work out, the Wide Lens is actually quite a good item. The Wonder Box is also another item we can make with the 2 black glasses. Getting an early Spoon could also shore up an upgrade. Right now, I'm just diversifying to try to make sure we don't brick. Trying to make sure we do not brick it up. Now, what do we got playing here? Somebody's going Floral. Water Ice could be very dangerous. They're going for just generic nonsense. Maybe Monster? They could end up going... They look like they're specializing in Dark. That guy is also potentially doing... I think Rock. I think that the guy's doing Rock, so I'm glad we didn't just go pure Rock, right? Yeah, I'm kind of glad we didn't just go pure Rock, because then we'd be competing one-to-one against this guy here. Yeah, we don't have any evolved units, so I wasn't expecting to win early. Just trying to build up interest for now. Okay, we will get a level up due to the passive EXP gain, which is something that we want to see. Okay, now we got some options here. Adding Shelter to the pool is really tempting for the early game, but I think that's a trap. Because I'd just be giving the Rock Dude a mon that he wants to see, right? And we'd rather have... The question is, do we want to go for like a Soul Dew cast on something? Would make something really dangerous. As a matter of fact, a Soul Dew cast on you kind of makes some sense here. Because you get those big freaking casts off. And then we got this. Now I might want to build like... Early Gracidia might not be bad if we can manage to swing it. And then Hoodoo, you just do whatever you want to do. What? What? I don't even know what's going on. Are you seeing the game spazzing out on me? Hello? Game? Hi? Hello? Okay. I guess that's a thing that we just contend with now. Okay, let's see. Artificial, again. Wouldn't mind getting this in to get an early tool use, so we can go ahead and get that. What's our tool? Macho Brace. That is quite potentially bad. But we don't really have much else going for us. I guess the additional damage isn't terrible. I guess I just give it the Hoot Hoot and have it throw something, right? It's gonna get gotten rid of. I don't even know what we do with the band there. I don't even know. Is this gonna be a sound team? What are you gonna do? What's your plan? It feels like it might be a sound team eventually. Okay, and then, yeah, the big Soul Dew casts are just going off on Aaron. If we can live long enough to cast it a bunch, that'll help. We do have the Macho Brace. We could get something, I guess. Really not a lot going on. We're at 38 right now. Do we try to roll anything down? I don't think so, and we lost our loss streak, which means that the economy is going to be in the toilet a little bit, so... yeah, I don't think we do that. I don't think we do that. Yep. Alright, let's see what happens. Maybe we could overcome Macho Brace's problems if we had an upgrade, which requires a magnet and a spoon, which we do not have. I was really banking on a better tool from Artificial for this. Reveroom's just throwing hands. It ain't getting through. Horsey, though. Okay, we got another point for Reveroom, which I will take. This is Monster and Fighting. Okay, I'm seeing an option here. I'm seeing an option to maybe pivot through. We get rid of this. We build Makuhita Heavy League. Reveroom. Then the user loses all the speed buffs from the acceleration. Yeah, you know what? Maybe we build you, because you're constantly gaining, you know, a speed when you're moving around. So that kind of counteracts what the Macho Brace is doing. As you're moving around, just zipping and zapping. Maybe. And then Thick Makuhita makes sense. You know what? Maybe we're going, right now we got points all over the board. So I don't even know exactly what we're doing. War Turtle is evolved, so I guess I can't be surprised that that thing chipped right through us. Okay. We do have enough where we can go ahead and buy down some points. And then, what do we want to do? Do we even roll? I think we roll once to see if we get anything. This is indeed a unit. And this gives us Fighting 3. I kinda don't even know what we got going here. Because we got the artificial route. Yo, why is Vanilla not an artificial mon? Why is it not artificial? Should be. 100% should be. Alright, Thick Makuhita frontline. I might even have to commit in order to pull back from a tailspin if we do into the Wonder Box. Not exactly the item that I would want to have to full commit to. But I'm not, like, against it. What's your ability anyway? Special damage to the target and inflict them with confusion. I mean, you'd be great to level up. We do have a spoon. That's not bad. Our options, we could go and pivot hard into fighting, which isn't a bad type. You know what? I will take it. You know what? We'll pivot hard into fighting here. I kind of like the idea of going the hybrid, maybe like fighting monster type sitch. This is a great fighting unit, by the way. Didn't even see the Oshawott there. Okay, we got Wild Field. Cub Fro is actually maybe a great mon here. Heracross is terrible, so we will take the Cub Fro. Do we care about preserving Steel Artificial in order to preserve the Macho Brace? And the answer is I probably do not care, actually, about preserving Artificial. And then I do need some sort of items on Urshifu, and I'm really tempted to just go for the Wonder Box. And you know what? I will. We need something to pull back here. So, Wonderbox on the Urshifu it is, and then this is just the Specs brace. We don't care about that too much. Yeah, because we want this thing to get KOs, right? Yeah, this thing wants KOs. It's hungry for them. So, getting it the Wonderbox at least means it has something so that it can try to KO a little bit. Carnivine is got the Shell Bell. It is... We actually dealt with Carnivine. That's not going to be a thing that's going to be able to happen consistently, but we dealt with it this time. Torchic's not bad for fighting synergy, right? Yeah. Alright, and then we've got lots of steel showing up. Bug steel, grass steel. I feel like I never see anybody running with this thing, and that's an AV. That's another Soldew. We could leave the Soldew on something else in order to buy this and this. Get rid of this. We throw down the old Soldew on this because it casts really deadly later. I think we can go ahead and get rid of the utility mons here, and then Oshawott can probably come in for the Aaron. It can go, and it can be the other recipient of a Soldew once we get there. Crit items plus upgrade on the Kung-Fu should let it pull off some work unless it gets doubled into by the Nuzleaf, which it does. Hoopa strong early. Very dangerous Hoopa. And we are in a gourmet water. Well, at least we can maybe get Oshawotts out of this, right? It's not the best region for us, that's for sure. But we will open up another slot. Okay, Oshawott, what are we doing here? We got a Quackable. We will take a level for that dude. Let's see, with ice, charcoal plus ice is Shell Bell. We will take that. It's not exactly the best, but it's something. And something is better than nothing. That's for sure. We're not really focused on keeping the monster synergy. I guess I could buy this as a just-in-case backup plan, but it's a little late in the game for just-in-cases. Mr. Just-in-Case. Okay, so we build Oshawott so that it's casting and living for now. And then we'll cast one more point onto that. Let's see. We have nothing doing. Do I roll twice? I could go with that thing, but I don't really care about it. We do have options for going and pivoting the monster, but I don't really care that much about a monster synergy right now. We will get rid of all of this. I don't care much about the Mienfoo. I mean, it's not a bad mon, but I would rather focus getting Palmot going rather than Mienfoo. Alright, their monster team is growing big with a quickness. Yeah, their monster team is dangerous. Absolutely dangerous. We need to get a fighting bonus level 6 on the board immediately. Something's gonna have to go in order to make room for a fighting mon to try to balance out here. Because that'll get us something. We'd love to speed run up to the next point, but we will go ahead. Reveroom, you're gone. Quackable, you're fine where you are. Ain't nothing else doing here. I will put 2 more points in. We want to rush 9 if we can. You know what? As a matter of fact, I will use that extra coinage. You know what? I will. Just to get Palmot on the board. Get an Evolved Mon. Would love to see the Oshawott become Duat instead. But, it'll just have to do what it's gotta do. Now, Samurott can carry an entire game by itself. Yeah, Samurott Kung-Fu could actually go crazy if we can manage to make them work. We are winning some things. What else do you require to evolve? You require a certain number of KOs, right? Ain't nothing doing over here, and we don't roll during PvE turns, so. Alright, what else do you need? Gain 3 permanent speed after getting a KO with a basic attack, up to 10 KOs, after which you will get the Scroll of Water. Yeah. Alright. We'll see what happens. This thing's gotta continue to get KOs. It should be focusing ability power, I would think. Yo, Cubfu just kind of hanging out, doing Cubfu things. Did that count for you? It did count for you. Alright, we got Mystic Water, Ice, or... I think Water is the most versatile for us right here. Yeah, because the Stone was never in the question. This could potentially be a Fion Egg on something. This could potentially be quite a few things that we wouldn't mind. The Fion Egg is great. The Stardust would be even better with an Ice on something. I could easily throw that onto Oshawott and make it live forever, which is also an option. Yeah. Deep Sea Tooth on Oshawott also would not be the worst thing in the world to make it cast faster. There's a lot that we could do. How do you get rid of a Mon shop without buying it? Oh, yes, I had that question for forever. Fake Curse. I got you, homie. So what you do is you press the E key on the keyboard. So what it's doing is it's actually buying and selling the monster immediately. So you just press E key on each of these bad boys and you get rid of them. And there was nothing in that shop I wanted anyway. But yeah, you press the E key. That's how you do that, Fake Curse. What is you low right now? I'm sitting like just above 900 or something. I went down a lot while learning, but I'm starting to bring it back up. I was almost down to the 800s, but I brought it back up considerably. It was rough going for a while. There ain't nothing in this region that I really care about, right? So I shouldn't even really be rolling. Water would be nice for the extra Quaxleys, but I can get that just about anywhere. There ain't no point in rolling. I mean, what? There ain't no fighting in this. There ain't no nothing. Yeah, this region is just terrible for me right now. I got skunked on the region really, really hard. Yep. Ain't nothing I can do about that. That Kirlia is the crit build. That Kirlia could just be the bringer of doom for forever. It's, yeah, this thing is fully set up. That thing is already fully set up. That could take the whole game. This thing right here could absolutely take the whole game, being set up like that. Unless there's a dark team that can get into the back row and KO it immediately, this thing actually is in position just to win the whole game. I hate to see it, but it is what it is. Okay, so what do I want? Do I want a Fion Egg? Do I want... What do I want here? I think I kind of want the Manaphy Egg, right? I kind of want to be able to cast a little bit faster on whatever's going to come in, because my Legendary is probably going to want an ability. I got Cubfu going already. That's already going. I think making the Manaphy Egg and stacking it on something to make it cast fast, like the Oshawott, is not a terrible idea. If it's casting more, it's living more, but it's got to actually evolve in order to make this work. This isn't terrible on you, but you've got to actually evolve. I guess we roll for Oshawott, right? And there we go. That's Duat. That's Duat immediately. Ask and ye shall receive, and then we will pump the rest of this into that. So that is just automatically better now. That is just better. And the more that we get damage on the board, the more that Cubfu should be close to evolving. This Aerodactyl's looking scary immediately. And we're focusing down the Marini. The shift goes. Yeah, we ain't getting through. That Toxapex is thick. With even one item, Toxapex is just a thick friend. Oshawott is casting heavy though, but I don't think it's getting through this thing. Although the Manaphy Egg is helping. What did I tell you? Samurai is crazy. Yeah, look at that. I thought we had lost that one for sure, but no. No, that is a good heckin' mon. We will take you preemptively. We will buy in, and then we'll use the leftovers to roll a little bit. Do we want Metatite is the question, in exchange for anything. It could be a little bit better than the Torchic, right? If we buy this, we throw this in, and we get rid of Torchic, I actually kind of like Metatite better. It is a fighting type, but it's fighting at a distance. Throw in some hands every now and again. You can build around Metacham. Okay. Yep, we just need our Kubfu and Ashwat to be focusing on them. Their Hoopa jumping into the back row might actually be costing them. It's going to be great when they're up against the Gardevoir team, but up against us, it's just leaving Hoopa on its own while the rest of the team is just focusing on that Hariyama. And then we got the Dark Scroll. Okay, Kubfu, you are gonna get Evo'd, my friend. Okay, and there we go. We got a bear. We have a bear. Okay, we need to focus on getting some levels here so we can afford to get some other fighting type in. Right now, we got no other fighting options, so Chespin, you're gonna be in reserve in the back until we can deal with stuff. Yeah, Fighting 8 is gonna be crazy. Now, the question is, what mon do we have training? And the question is, what can I get reliably? It would be great to have a spare copy of Makuhita training. Would be great to get Timber so that we could get double training happening. Which I might just want to do. Might just want to do that. We shall see. Lugia with the early jump. Lugia doesn't know. It doesn't know this tech, my friend. It don't know. Goodbye, Lugie. And say goodbye to Ho-Oh as well. And it's gone. Glasses Magnet as our last two, huh? Interesting. Interesting. Also, we're pulling it back a lot from what seemed like it was going to be a tailspin of a match. So we definitely want to go to a fighting portal, of which there are not many, so we can't afford to be that selective. We will take this. We'll lock somebody out of... Who was playing Ghost? Who was playing anything? Alright, forget it, whatever. This is an interesting mon. Lucario is very interesting. Marshadow is cracked to pieces. Marshadow is cracked to pieces and we want it. We want it. Alright, the question is who goes. And for now, Metadite, you're gone. I like Poliwag's utility. It just kind of does stuff. You know, we don't need it for anything. It's taking hits. But it just does stuff. Boosting the team. Even as a weak mon, Poliwag has play. Yeah. Yeah, it does. So what are we looking for? We'd love to get Lucario on the field. I would replace Poliwag in order to get Lucario up and running. Yes, Poliwag's ability does synergize with making these guys cast more often, and that is a synergy that has been working for us. But I think getting more bulky units that can... What? That Zacian is a big freaking boy. What is your item? What is this thing? Dynamax Band. Ah, that's what that is. You don't see that very often. Yeah, it is a chunky friend. I don't think we're getting through all of this. No, we had a lot of shield, but it wasn't doing all that. Okay. This is a good supplemental to have. We will buy the next level, and then we will slot in the Riolu. Get our fighting up to snuff here. Now, who do we want training? And I think it's probably gonna be Pawmot for now. I don't really have... Oh, never mind. We want to switch you up. Makuhita's training. Makuhita is absolutely training right now. Yeah. So we're throwing hands. We're hoping that our line, especially that Oshawott, can just get super powerful casts going off. Poliwag did its work. Yeah, this looks like a team that could actually do some damage. Plus, Urshifu is just going crazy. We do want some sort of item set up on our Marshadow. Is that Timber is amazing. We will take Timber immediately. What do we want to do here? I don't even know, man. Upgrade might be useful. Yeah, because this gives us Razor Fang. Razor Fang upgrade on Marshadow might actually be amazing. Razor Fang upgrade, and then Makuhita is going to continue to train. We want to get Timber in there somewhere. Sorry, Poliwag, you were helping the crew a lot, but this is just more valuable to keep somebody training. And who do we want to train? How do we train your dragons here? We don't need Chespin anymore. We can go ahead and get rid of you. And then I think we can comfortably roll down because we want Mons more than we want that final level. There's Hariyama. We're going to save this for one more turn of training. And then we're going to evolve that boy nice and thick. And that's going to be an incredible frontline unit for us. Still not quite decided on where I want my items. But I guess even without items, Marshadow's kind of pulling in work, right? And it steals buffs, right? Steal stat boosts. Yeah, with the upgrade, it's throwing more often. Almost makes me wish I had my Poly friend. Okay, do we manage to get through this? Yes, we do, because Marshadow's stealing buffs out the wazoo. Okay, that thing's gone and that thing's gone. Alright, Marshadow it is. Do we even let it go for one more round of training? Is the question. It's already getting nice and thick, right? But if we have that training and then we kind of want... I know I could go for the Incineroar. Don't know if I care about that. Shinx is great. Lopunny? It's a little late in the game for Lopunny, but sure. A little heavy training for now because at least you're doing something. Tankaton, interesting. Yeah, nothing doing so far. But yeah, if we can manage to get Armot actually stacked up, because it has been training for a while, that thing could do a lot of good work for us. Urshifu is trying its hardest. Marshadow stealing buffs, just doing damage, but it isn't quite enough. Yeah, that team's really dangerous. Quaxley ain't terrible. Ain't terrible there. I know we shouldn't be rolling during this, but we did get rewarded for our arrogance. We will take this. Could get Girder off the bat, but I don't really know if that's the play here. We got another level for Timber. My decision might have been made for me. Might have been made for me to get Girder off the bat. You know what? And we will do that. We will take this. I don't know if we care about selling that in order to... We will sell this to get our bonus back. And yes, we will grab Girder right off the bat. Give us Girder. We'll take that. We 100% take that. Now the question is, do we Soldo on that thing? This makes its damage scale. Oh, we gotta go Soldo. Everybody gets Soldo. Soldo is so good on fighting teams. Okay, so we've got another... You know, I think we roll down heavy to try to get maybe Baneri off the ground. You know what? You've been training for a while, Baneri. We just get you in for Riolu. We don't even care about the steel bonus. Or do we? Maybe we don't care about Quackavall. Oh wait, you're not even steel, are you? Yeah, you are steel, we just don't have anything else. Well, Quackavall can train for a turn. It's kind of the least valuable thing that we got. Okay. Our boys are doing work. Girder. This is the dangerous Curlia team, and we're ignoring it, which is never a good sign. Okay. Yeah, we ignored that Curlia to the very end, which was not great. If we had focused there, that would have done it. That would have absolutely done that team. We're guaranteed a top 4 though, so that's at least an ELO gain. You know what? Maybe we put Marshallow on the side here. Maybe that alleviates some of our problems. We want to, because this one is the one that's trained, right? This is a little bit better than this one, so we'll swap them. Quackavall, you can come right back in. You trained for a little bit. Riolu, you can kind of just hang out, do your own thing. We're rolling hard. We want to see something to boost what we've already got here. Timber, I don't think we're gonna be making that dude work anytime soon. Bounce Sweet's interesting. Mienfu's not worth it to try to go for. Another level of Timber. Dude, Timber's showing up a lot. I don't think we're making it through this fight, though. We got the Psyker already again. Yeah. Yep. Oh, but Urshifu gets in on this thing. I don't think it's gonna heal enough. It does. Like I told you, if that Gardevoir goes down, this team falls apart instantaneously. Somehow we pull it back from that tailspin. Somehow. That Guardy goes down and their team collapses. Munchlax brought a picnic basket. That benefits us more than the Guardy team. Okay, what do we want to do? Max Revive, Shiny Charm, another Shell Bell, or Protective Pad? Protective Pad, we've been seeing a lot of shield. It actually might make Hariyama do some decent damage. Because it gets bonus damage when hitting something with a shield, so that kind of makes sense. We will Protective Pad the Hariyama. We'll interrupt our flow here a little bit in order to arrange for enjoying some sandwich nonsense, which we will do. Everybody's munching. And then we put you guys in the corner. Something like this. The big boys in the front doing their thing. Okay, we back to roll. Back to life, back to roll. We got another level for Oshawott here. It's not the worst thing in the world. Another level of the Paw Friend. Wouldn't be bad. Quackavole, we don't necessarily care about stacking that thing just yet. Rhyhorn is an interesting mon. Ditto. Do we have enough to get him all the way up? We do. That's full-on paw situation. Okay. Okay, we're bringing it back. We are bringing it back. Ladies and gentlemen, we are doing it. Yo, I am staggered right now. Just thinking about the options here. Okay, Riolu continues to train. If we got Lucario, I wouldn't be mad about it. As a matter of fact, do we need Lopunny for this match, or can we afford to switch it out and have it train? You know what? We will have Lopunny train this match, because it's not going to be important for beating the dogs. Yeah, the PvE matches, we have it train. Mienfoo is interesting. Mankey would be amazing. Actually, Riolu might be possible. Lucario is on board. We evolve it and we compare the two. We compare what Lucario's offering us, because it's rear line, right? Lucario rear line versus Lopunny. I guess we're finding out. Max Revive is probably our best option here, or do we go Sticky Barb? It's struck at melee range, right? And that thing's in everybody's face. So the question is, do we revive it or do we Sticky Barb? And I think we revive. We keep this thing around. And then Lucario is Aura Sphere 184. What's your health? 152. We're basically just waiting for things to get KO'd. So this is the crew. This is the crew right now. Yeah, and Inflicting Silence. That could be big too. We'll see. Alright, the question is, do we get through this thing? The T-Tar jumped on Marshadow. T-Tar is getting worn down. It's gone. That Aggron is scary, but it's not getting the KOs that it needs. Hariyama was a king just in the front row, taking all the hits, and just like that, we're in a top 2 type situation. Okay, we cannot afford to run conservative here. We've got to spend. We don't have a choice. Yep, we are looking for any other mons besides Quackable that we could maybe level up. Although I'm not even sure that's gonna be feasible. Okay, we do get another level for Duat. Not likely that we're gonna get what we need though. Anything. No. Okay, they made their line thick in order to try to protect stuff. Yeah, they are adapting to us, but I don't think it's gonna be enough. It wasn't. Now the question is, do they have enough to clean up on us? And if I had Samurai, I would not be worried at all. Victini is living forever. But so is our boy Hariyama. Yeah, Hariyama's doing work. We're gonna enter rage mode soon. And then we're gonna be down a friend. But I think Duat's got him. Okay, we're in contest. We are in contest here. We could potentially pull out a number 1, depending, right? Yeah, we ain't, we do roll another Duat or an Oshawott. I don't think we'd have enough money unless we got 2 Oshawotts right off the bat, but honestly, this ain't so bad. You know, Lopunny might be better now than the Quackable because it's trained so much, so we'll go ahead and switch them. Yeah, and then we see what happens. We see if Lopunny, all that training pays off. I mean, it is living early, but their team scales really well. Okay, yeah, they're coming at us hard. Urshifu's gone. Yep, no, they got us. They got us in the end. Their team just scaled a little bit better. But hey, a number 2 second place placement was not bad. Definitely not bad. Up against a freaking Gardevoir team that was already stacked. Yo, that game looked like it was going to be a tragedy. Turned out to be a hero story. And there we go. Just like that. Brought back our EOLO a little bit with a plus 12. We will take that. Already we're clawing our way back up. And with that, it's already 4 in the morning on the freaking coast over here, so I am going to be calling it a night. I got way out of line, played way too long, but you know what? It was so much fun. I don't even mind. So thank you so much for everybody that joined me and helped me learn a little bit as we're going. I know I still suck. I'm terrible. I'm awful. I should be arrested. The FBI's at my door knocking right now asking why I'm so bad at this game, but you know what? I'm having fun, and that's the important part. So while I deal with the feds at the door, I hope all of you have a great afternoon, and I will see you on the next episode of the Foxhound Show. Good night, every freaking body.